Okay, so I'm working on the TurboCoupe, and I've got a very common problem I'm working on here, and that is the clip that holds the window in the door broke. This is the other clip, it's not broke yet, and this is one that I stole from my parts car. You can already tell there's glue or something that looks like RTV actually, which is useless. And I wanted to show you that I have actually tried epoxy. Before the clips broke, they let go, and I read on the NATO forums about using epoxy, and those let go. It held to the glass, it looks like, just fine, but it did not hold to the clips themselves. So the first order of business here, and I did sand the glass, maybe that's why it stuck to the glass so well. First order of business is to get the epoxy off, and probably going to go with JB Weld because I went to the auto parts store looking for the windshield, what do they call it? It was a urethane. It had like a name to it, but it was like 25 bucks a tube, and I only need just enough for these little clips, so I wasn't about to do that. So I'm going to go the JB Weld route. I also heard to use glass etch down here to help with it sticking. I think I'll be okay with just sanding it down again, maybe even sanding on the inside of these, trying to get them nice and clean again. I don't really know if I did that the first time. I think I did. It's kind of hard to sand those with the ridges in there, but I gotta figure something out. Okay, so the epoxy's off, sanded on them, and then cleaned them off with some Windex. And I think I'm actually going to let it dry, and then I'm going to go pop it down back into the door and then have it all lined up before I put my clips back on with the JB Weld ready to go. Okay, so I've got my JB Weld ready. Just mixed it up. Hope there's enough. I also put 3 holes in the clips. That was another recommendation. I used a 3/16 drill bit because I just felt like a 1/4 inch bit or whatever they were recommending was too large and might hurt the structural integrity of the clips. They're already pretty frail. So I'm going to put the window in. Let's see if I can get this going here. Okay, it's in. I'd like to have a wedge right here. I actually got one, so I'm going to go get that real quick. Okay, it's just a little doorstop wedge, rubber, shitty little $2 piece up. See, the glass actually fell down. Actually wish it was a little stronger so I could force it in between the glass and the trim a little easier here. There we go, that should hold it in place enough to get this done. Turn that off for you. And that was hot. Okay. Got a 7/16 net driver. Basically the plan is just to fill the clip up with the JB Weld. Let the glass squeeze it out if it needs to. Better tool than a Q-tip, that's for sure. But more is ending up in the cotton and in the clip. I definitely didn't make enough. Rolled up a little bit here. It's definitely squeezed out quite a bit. Let's see if I can get it straight onto the clip there. It's going to pay to have a regular 1/4-inch socket driver. I'll go ahead and make some more of this. Probably get a better tool going on here. More counsel with the Q-tip. Some more on the other clip, and then get them both up in there, put force on them, and probably leave it for a couple days. I'll get you close up of what's going on up there in a second. Okay, got me a little plastic, whatever you call that, was a brush of some kind. Mixed up a lot more. Get that all smushed down in here. Got mixed up enough for both clips this time. A little too much. put that hole up a little bit taller. A lot easier to get to. Okay, it looks like gasoline is pretty good for cleaning up the undried JB Weld. Came off really easy. Give you a look at what's going on with the clip here. It's not quite coming out of them holes, but this is the one I didn't really have as much as I should have had. I've heard a lot about cleaning up that rail right there too. Right here, but mine moved pretty freely. I was actually more worried about the rail that the glass rides up and down in, that black right there, and mine actually seemed to move fairly freely, so I'm not real sure what was holding it up or why it came loose, but it just wasn't strong enough on the epoxy. Not real sure how much of a view we're going to get of this one though. Try from the top maybe. There we go. You can see I got plenty in that one where it's coming out of the holes. So that's not a bad thing. So I've got the, I turned the car in and ran the regulator, the window up all the way so there is force on it. We'll leave it like that for a few days and operate it, see if it comes loose or not. Okay, so far I had the window down. It didn't go so well, it was kind of slow, but I'm curious to find out if it actually came off. See the clip there. That one looks okay. It actually looked like they're both on there. Yep. Both holding very, very well. They seem to have a hard time going down. It's almost got me stuck there. Armrest. So I'm missing one of them. It seems like even that one didn't want to stick in there very well because all this is coming off. Pushes against that. doesn't want to work too well. This doesn't want to grip. Several teeth broken off where it would normally grip. I'm betting it doesn't work any much better up front. Very cool to have that thing flop around like that. I guess I could try to go to the store and get some more of those clips, maybe some longer ones. And then my mat pocket. Like that's the wrong side. Yeah, I think this goes on the passenger door. But I'm even missing this one altogether. But I think they're both pretty busted out down here where the screws hold. It's just pulled through. I don't really think they're usable anymore. And it's just a I have a junker car gas saver. Anyway, we'll see how long that lasts.